First things first, before I even start this, I want to say I'm freezing. So, yeah, fall going into winter is definitely here. Okay, now that that's out of the way, now that I'm freezing right now. I just can't warm up. It's really annoying, but whatever. um, I've already started it, because I figure by the time you're needing to change color, you're at the point of having some of your project done. I did 20, I think, stitches. I'm pretty sure I did 20. And then I did 10 rows total, so, 5 of the bumpy things, but 10 times back and forth, if you want to do the same thing that I'm doing. And I forgot I thought I forgot scissors, but I actually remembered them. I saw the end of them sticking out from underneath my table, so I'm glad I had them over here already. But once you're at the point of needing to change color, whether it's because you're out of yarn or because you're needing to change it for your pattern, I'm going to do it on the side of the start side, the tail thingy. I'm going to do it on that side just so it's easier for me to remember which side to do it on. But if you're doing the purl where one side is super smooth, you want to be adding the color where the smooth side is facing you. If that makes sense, hopefully it does. But first things first, you have to cut the yarn that you're working with. So now you just have that, no more, you're not attached to anything anymore. And then the knot that I do is the one that doesn't come out, but it's hard to show on camera. But you flip it like, hopefully that's showing, like that. And then you flip it over, and then through, and then under. And then I didn't give myself much room to play with, and then under and through. Like, so it'll look like that. Again, it's really hard to show, but it'll look like that. And then you just pull it really, really tight. I mean, like, really tight. And then you cut the little fluffy, the thingy that's behind my fingers, the little fluffy bit. Cut that off. So, oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Yeah, you just cut that off, and yeah, I know I have extra. I always do that. Where'd my other needle go? There it is. Then you just knit again like normal. Again, if you're doing the purled way where you have one side that's purled, you're just gonna knit this side because the smooth side is to you. You want whatever it is, whatever the color changey side is, to be the inside of what you're making or the back, so it won't show like on the top. I think it looks kind of cool if you have it on the outside too. That's why I don't mind having these two stitches the same color. I don't mind it. But for the most part, you want it to look like it's a smooth transition. So you want it to be on the back. But then it's easy from there on out. I'm going to do a couple rows of the black here. And then I'm gonna put the pink side, or the pink color back on, so I'll show you how to do it again, so I'll be right back. And I literally did just 2 rows, because that's what I'm trying to do for this pattern, so I literally just did 2 rows, or 4, 2 times back and forth, so 4 total rows. But this is how the color change side looks. You see how the one row has both colors in it? That's why you want that to be on the inside or the back of whatever you're making. And that's what the side looks like. That'll be the outside. It's a smooth transition, but I know that this way looks really cool too. So I like both sides. And now I'm going to, again, cut it. But again, once again, you want the side that you're color changing on the side that's facing away from you, so that they'll both be on the same side. But yeah, or like me, I did it with the tail side, so that way I would remember which side the tail has to be on to change it on. But I'm going to cut it again and grab my yarn, and same thing as before, but hopefully I gave myself more room to work with this time. You flip it over and then under or down, and then I know my fingers are really, really covering what I'm doing, but and then you go push both ends through, and then you pull it tight, and again, really tight, and it will not budge, and then cut off the little fluffy bit. See? That's the best color change thingy that is, it's not going to come out like that. In my experience, I've never had it come out when I do it right. If I do it wrong, it slides right out, so once you get it right, this thing does not move. But yeah, again, just knit like you normally do on the back side, just like you did the first time. And just, yeah, that's how you change color, basically. I'm going to continue making this, though, so I'll be right back when I swap colors again. Alright, I did 4 rows, 8 rows back and forth, or 4 rows back and forth, but 8 total rows. Again, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. I don't know. But if you are doing this pattern with me, I did 20 stitches and then 5 back and forth, so total of 10 rows, and then 2 back and forth, so 4 rows, and then 4 back and forth, so 8 rows on that one. Again, hopefully that makes sense. I don't know the correct terms for any of that, so bear with me on that. But that's how it looks with the color change, and I'm really glad that I had pink and black laying here because it looks really good. And then that's the side that would be the inside. But you can see how the color change looks with the, both sides of it, the beginning and then back to the other color. Again, that looks really cool to me, so I don't mind that. I don't mind the way that looks at all because it looks cool. So if you have a project like this, isn't going to be an inside-outside thing. Like if you're doing a blanket or something like that, it looks perfectly fine. Like if you put it, upside down, it looks perfectly fine to me, so I don't mind it. So it doesn't, what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be just like a specific thing that has to have an inside or outside. This can be shown. It looks cool too. But now I'm going to do another black, so I have to cut it again. And grab my black. So, once again, I'm going to try and attempt to show you this knot, because I don't know what it's called, and so I can't tell you how to go look it up or whatever and find it better. But yeah, flip it both sides so it kind of looks weird like that. And then you stick both of the little ends through the center and grab them both and pull them tight. And then cut this thingy again, and then just continue knitting, or doing whatever your pattern was, again, with the color thing. And if you're following along with me, doing what I'm doing, then you just do the normal, I believe it's called the garter stitch. You do that just both sides, so I'm going to do another 4 total rows of the black, and I'll be right back. There's the more black added, so you can kind of see, again, how it's looking. And again, ignore this. This is just how I don't mind it, so it's there. But that's what it'll look like if I have so much yarn on my nose right now. But that's how it looks from that side, and this is how it is on the other side, with the main color change side. So you can kind of start to see how it is looking. I'm going to do another color changey, and then that'll be the last one on this, because I'm just doing the 2 black, and then, because then it'll be a square. So, last little knot thingy that I can show for this one, anyway. Come on now. Split, and then down. And again, I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing. My hands are in the way, I know. And then pull it tight. Like that. And then cut the little thingies. And then carry on with your knitting. And then that's the last color change I'm going to be doing for this project. So I'm going to do another 5 more back and forth, so a total of 10 rows. And then I will be back to finish it. So I'll see you in a minute or two. I already started taking it off. I kind of forgot that I wanted to show the finishing of it. But you should, know how to end it. But if you don't, this is what I've been doing. I've been knitting 2 and then pulling the first, the further down stitch on the needle off and over. So that's how I've been taking it off. I just kind of forgot to show that. I just kind of was really into knitting, and I was very much enjoying that. So sorry about that. But yeah, that's how I've been ending it, just with the knitting 2 and then pulling the one over. And that's all that is, because I kind of forgot to show. So now that that is done, I'm going to cut it with my scissors that don't work. There we go. And then knot it. Again, I like to do the weird, I don't know if there's a name for it, but I pull it so that there's a line through the center of the loop, and then put it through either side of the line. So it's gone through 4 times at that point, and then I pull it super knotted. But yeah, I'm gonna weave it in later, because everyone kind of has their own technique at doing that, and I'm not very good at it. So yeah, I'm gonna weave it in later on, both ends, because I didn't do that one at the beginning. But yeah, that's how it looks, and I'm really glad I had black and pink over here. I think it's because the mouse pig, for his eyes, I'm pretty sure that's why it's over here. So it's been over here for quite a while. But there it is. That's the side that, is normally the outside, or the top part, and then this is the side that you changed all the colors on. So the side that was facing away from you when you changed color, hopefully that makes sense. I don't really know the right word to use for that. But yeah, this would be the inside or back of whatever you made because of the color changes. And then this is the front or outside of whatever you were making. So I'm very happy with how this little thing turned out. I am amazed. So I'm very glad I did the mouse pig with pink and black, because that looks really good. But hopefully this was helpful on how to help you change colors. That's how I do it. I'm sure there are other ways if this way doesn't work. But that's how I do it, and that's how I've found that it works best for me. The yarns don't come apart doing it this way, and it's not super bulky having them both still on, if you're still using both yarns at the same time. I tried that technique, but that really didn't work for me, so that's why I do this now. And that's the only way I use, because of that knot. that does not come out. It's just the best thing I ever learned how to do for knitting. But anyway, I hope that it was very helpful for you, and now you can change your color whether you ran out of yarn or you needed to change it for your pattern. I hope that that gets you to be able to do it. So thanks for watching, and I really do hope that helps. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.